Who's the best player in the country?
To the media or me?
As you see it.
I feel like I'm the best player in the country.
Okay, who's the second best player in the country?
Who?
Sorry, young lady. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody would be watching the WNBA. Additionally for you, this is all about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is bringing the money to the game, the planes to the game, the TV viewership. The WNBA is on fire because of Caitlin.
Angel Reese recently discovered that her WNBA preseason debut received so poor TV ratings that tumbleleads had to switch the channel. Caitlin Clark, meanwhile, broke layup records as if she were competing in the Super Bowl. Where did everyone go during a single commercial break? And how did Reese transition from Bayou Barbie? Did the crowd or the remote die? Stay tuned, as this preseason disaster may be the most amusing silent treatment in sports history. Although nobody watched, we surely...
Wait a minute, correct me if I'm wrong here. I thought Angel Reese was responsible for elevating the WNBA dump. I thought Angel Reese was responsible for taking the dump and turning it into an unmonetizable turd. Now, to her credit, it is a nicely polished turd. It almost looks appealing. Almost. Of course, it's still not appealing enough to generate profit, but I guess the WNBA is taking baby steps. I mean, what's one more year of multi-million-dollar loss?
With the assurance of someone who is going to be the main act at a Beyoncé concert, Angel Reese made her WNBA preseason debut. However, she discovered that she was playing in an empty parking lot with a perplexed squirrel in the front row. Indeed, the self-described collegiate basketball queen strutted her way into the professional ranks, only to see her TV ratings plummet like a nursing home TikTok dance challenge.
Wendy's 4 for $4 meal. I could get chicken nuggets, a junior bacon cheeseburger, value fries, and a drink. Sprite preferably if they don't have root beer. And I can get all that for more than what it would cost to get to a Chicago Sky vs Minnesota Lynx. This is...
Let's depict the awful scenario. Instead of receiving the red carpet treatment that she deserved, Angel Reese received nothing but radio silence. If there was a basement for TV ratings, it was hers. And it began to delve down to the very center of the planet. When your team's game receives less views than a YouTube video explaining how to fold socks, you know something is wrong. We are discussing an unseen level of interest. "Nah, I'm good," was probably even remarked by the Nielsen person. Additionally, switch the channel.
We would not be talking about the Fever's attendance figures when it had been widely known Caitlin Clark was not going to play in that Fever game on Friday.
Reese believed she was entering the WNBA like a cyclone. More smack talk than a Real Housewives reunion, a big college name, and a glamorous reputation. Except that everyone hit snooze when the cameras switched on. Not all of the ratings were poor. Did this even air?
It was.
Ghost town levels.
It's over. Or it's close to it. If it's not over, it's close to it. I'm at that point where I think we are at a point of no return. I think we have hit a level where there are problems and they are starting to punch you right in the face.
Caitlin Clark, a few time zones away, was working on her project. Even if the Indiana Fever had played their preseason game on Mars, their attendance would have broken all previous records. While Angel was checking her phone and wondered why her aunt wasn't watching, Clark was busily lighting up the scoreboard in Nielsen boxes.
Say hands down, Caitlin Clark is the best player to come through the WNBA. Hands down, not based on white privilege. I think based on her full athletic talent and the position that she's playing in the WNBA.
The distinction Clark performed as like she had something to prove. Reese pretended to desire a crown for simply being there. The bad news is that primetime spots are not given to participation trophies. It turns out that when people watch women's basketball, they want basketball, I don't know, or maybe a couple buckets.
Just an idea.
Reese didn't spend as much time scoring goals for her team as she did posing for pictures. Don't get it wrong, people adore athletes with positive personalities. However, there is one requirement. You must participate in the sport. Angel had the demeanor of someone who believed that charisma could take the place of shooting percentage. Even influencers, I hate to tell her, need a fallback plan in case the Wi-Fi goes out. The most amusing part is when Angel allegedly lost it when the ratings fell, since she obviously did. Silence is the ultimate insult when your entire brand is based on commotion. Reese didn't merely hope that people would observe. She anticipated fireworks, standing ovations, cheers, and perhaps even a hologram Jay-Z entrance. She received a televised cricket concert instead.
Some comments about Angel Reese.
Yeah.
You called her garbage compared to Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I love black people. Mwah, 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 mwah. But I think sometimes we do play the race card too much. This ain't racial. This is about sports. This is about athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Caitlin Clark's game, who's very reminiscent of a Steph Curry based on her range and shooting the three, plus everything else she does. And then you look at Angel Reese, stop it. She just seems as uncoordinated as a baby giraffe. If you throw up 85 attempts, you're eventually going to get one or two. But the fact that you have to throw the ball up 85 times is fucking ridiculous.
Caitlin Clark, meanwhile, simply arrived, got dressed, and let her game do the yelling. Only three-pointers and smashed viewership records, no diva behavior, no dramatic social media meltdowns, and no theatricals. Clark performed as though he understood that sports, not a fashion display with missed free throws, are what really draw in spectators. This is not to argue that Angel Reese lacks talent. Although she is skilled, her lies aren't the kind that make people want to postpone dinner reservations. It's the age-old story of hoopla without substance. It's like giving someone a kazoo solo that was recorded in a bathtub while promising a Beyoncé album. The WNBA most likely believed that Angel's addition would boost ratings. Rather, they received a master tutorial on how to underdeliver and oversell. Imagine investing millions to promote a blockbuster, only to discover that half of the audience left during the screening because the star forgot her lines. That was the appearance of Reese's preseason debut.
Only one chomping at the bits, waiting to watch Caitlin Clark play. It seems like the rest of the country was waiting in suspense along with us. It seems as if the rest of the country was on the edge of their seats, waiting for Fever basketball, and how do I know? Numbers don't.
Furthermore, it went beyond the ratings. Even on social media, where Angel typically flourishes, the vibes were strange. Overnight, the exhilaration was as flat as a diet drink. No viral videos, no trending hashtags, just quiet. The uneasy stillness shouted, "Maybe we made a mistake." Caitlin Clark's highlights, meanwhile, were going viral like kitten videos. Grandma was sharing them with everyone. There is a sports center everywhere. ESPN was unable to provide enough. Even others who weren't interested in athletics were observing and commenting, "I don't know who this is, but she's electric." It's uncommon to witness someone transition from sports star to pop cultural icon, but Caitlin has already done so. She's still attempting to pass security, Let's discuss priorities. Caitlin Clark is working out diligently, honing her skills, and accruing points as if it were her part-time job. Rumor has it that she responded as though her birthday had been canceled when the WNBA showed her the viewership figures. Side eyes, mood swings, and most likely one or two passive-aggressive tweets regarding true supporters. Traditional.
Angel Reese was the star of stars, the icon of icons. That's what the mainstream media keeps telling me. Headline at Forbes from last month. How Angel Reese and A'ja Wilson are leading the WNBA's growth.
Without warning, the Bayou Barbie hype train began to resemble a shady carnival kitten ride. It was intended that Angel Reese would represent a new era in WNBA history. Bold, flamboyant, and lively. Rather, she serves as a warning about what happens when hype takes precedence over hard work. The irony is that even though Reese is a good player, marketing yourself like a Grammy nominee all the time makes being a respectable player insufficient. You cannot advertise yourself as the primary attraction and then falter as the audience leaves. The worst is that Angel doesn't appear to understand that she was given a chance by the fans. Caitlin Clark continues to rise in the meantime. She is the most watchable, not because she is the loudest. People want to see brilliance rather than hear about it. The WNBA's persistent attempts to thrust Rhee into the spotlight like a last-minute wedding guest only serve to exacerbate the situation. However, no amount of PR wizardry will convert ratings coal into Nielsen diamonds if the audience doesn't believe it. When the viewership and scoreboard indicate otherwise, you cannot pretend to be relevant.
You've got a basketball player, you got a celebrity that, or somebody that thinks she's a celebrity, that happens to be a basketball player. All right, but she's not celebrity enough to actually pack in the stands. And guys, there is some ugly numbers here.
Naturally, Reese's supporters will claim that it's all bias, envy, or some complex anti-Angel plot. Yes, that's it. For no apparent reason, the entire nation decided to disregard one game out of the blue. She performed as though she was saving energy for a TikTok dance break. Therefore, the answer is definitely no. Undoubtedly not, as the game lacked the suspense of a warm bath. It is a conspiracy, that's what. Caitlin Clark, meantime, is out there transforming basketball into a kind of performance art. Caitlin Clark is deserving. In sports, the narrative is repeatedly the same. The most outspoken people always hope to receive the most affection. The true icons, however, don't need to yell. Their game speaks for itself. The whole nation leaned in to hear Caitlin Clark's whisper. Angel Reese continued to get crickets even after shouting into a loudhailer. Reese supposedly stormed out of a press gathering after being questioned about the ratings, which is a priceless moment to remember. That is the epitome of diva conduct. Play like a pro if you're getting paid like one. Or, at the very least, respond to inquiries as someone who is aware that TV ratings aren't subjective. These are broadcast licensed performance reviews.